This local sports report is brought to you by Allstate Insurance, a proud member of the Waterloo community, supporting youth athletics. For a free, no obligation quote for home and auto insurance, contact one of their trusted advisors. Call Allstate at 226-444-5549 to speak with your local Waterloo Allstate representative.
Here is Travis Crickard joining us from Kamloops, British Columbia. He is the new head coach of the Waterloo Wolves Under-18 program. Congratulations, first of all, Travis. I think a lot of people want to know, how does it come about that a coach from Western Canada ends up in Waterloo?
Thank you, Darren. I think it was pretty simple for my family and I. We have been living in Western Canada for 6 years now. We have a 15-month-old daughter, and my wife, Natalie, who is finishing up law school in 3 weeks' time here in BC. We felt like it was a good opportunity for us to potentially get back east and have our daughter more involved with her grandparents, because I'm from Newfoundland and my wife is from Ontario, and it's been a bit difficult to have that kind of involvement from a family perspective that we were seeking. So we just felt like now the time is right, and I felt like, okay, we're moving. Let me reach out to some teams or organizations in the area, and I identified the Wolves as being one. And it was just kind of a feeler. Hey, do you have any opportunities for a coach? Here's my resume. And Greg Best contacted me pretty shortly after and said, well, actually, we do have this kind of unique opportunity because the previous head coach, Corey Prang, would be moving on. So here we are. It happened quick, and I'm just excited to do it.
Let's talk a little bit about your resume. You have major junior experience, spending 5 years with the Kelowna Rockets. I know you also spent some time with the Ottawa 67s in the OHL. What's your vision for the Wolves team this upcoming season, Travis?
Well, I'm very much a coach who aspires to create an environment for all of the players in the program to be successful as a person, but I also want to provide the best player development opportunity for each player to become successful in whatever their hockey and or life endeavor is. So whether that's they want to move to junior hockey, collegiate hockey, professional hockey, or if they just want to proceed with life in a different fashion, then so be it. I just want our players to feel like whatever they move on to next, whatever they want to launch their career in, when they leave this program, they will have had the best opportunity to develop as a player and a person.
And here's what the players want to know when they see this, Travis. What's your coaching style?
Fun. Well, I would say that the environment is definitely going to be a performance environment, one in which we are able to establish performance gaps with each player so they know how to get better and what that's going to look like for them. But it's also very much going to be about having fun, because if you're not enjoying what you're doing in that performance environment, it potentially could become difficult to participate and come to the rink every day. So I very much aspire to create an environment that is one that has high standards, but also one that you're going to enjoy to be in.
It has to be a good marriage on both sides. And obviously the Wolves were very interested in you when the email came from you initially. But from your perspective, Travis, why was this a good opportunity for you, a good fit for you? And what did those conversations go like when you had the opportunity to speak with Hans Roach and Greg Best and the Waterloo Minor Hockey Association?
Well, this was a good opportunity for me for selfish reasons. I believe the most fun I ever had as a coach was the 2012, 2013 season, in which I was the head coach of the Ottawa Junior 67s midget AAA team at the time. And we had a lot of success that year from a team perspective. A lot of individual players had success in terms of their growth as players and people. If memory serves me correctly, every single player from that team graduated to junior hockey the following year. Mm-hmm. And many of them are actually still playing hockey, which is fantastic. And others are doing fantastic things in their career. But the opportunity was the fun piece. I had so much fun with those guys that year. It was a blast. And that was really what intrigued me about this is you, as a coach at this level, you have such a great opportunity to make a strong influence on these players and people to help guide them to whatever they want to do with their lives. So that was probably what drew me to it the most when I spoke with Greg and Hans. And in terms of what we spoke about was just the fact that this program is probably one of the best resourced in Ontario in terms of under-18 AAA hockey. And it was rather intriguing to hear that the team has their own kind of facility, their own dressing room, which is rather unique, I believe, to under-18 AAA hockey. A lot of teams are not afforded that luxury or opportunity. So it just seems like an environment that it would be very easy for players to want to be a part of.
You're joining a first-class organization, and I can tell you that. And the dressing room at Rim Park is absolutely phenomenal. And the support that the team gets, not only from the community, but the different people around the team, whether it be photographers or whether it be, people that are just there, volunteers to help make a difference for these young men. I think that's what, I really enjoy about covering the Wolves is you really get that community spirit. And I think that's something that you can look forward to. What do you think of that? Just kind of hearing that, from my perspective here sitting in Waterloo.
That's exciting because I think too often in the minor hockey circles, the spirit of the team solely revolves around the players and the family members of the team, which is great. But when you actually have some community support and spirit, like you allude to, I think it makes it that much more enjoyable because it helps give you that sense of belonging and connection to the community. It's not solely about a team, but about a community as well.
Is there anything else, last one for you, Travis, is there anything else you would like people here in Waterloo to know about you as you embark on this journey heading east and taking over as the Wolves head coach?
I think that it's important to know that I've spent a lot of time around a lot of quality coaches in hockey, but also other sports in which I've been able to glean a lot of information from as to best practices and approaches for working with a team. And I'm very much someone who will spend a lot of time with the player as a person before the player as a player, because I believe that when you're building a team, it really needs to start with the foundation of trust. So I'll be very much someone who attempts to make connections on a deeper level with my players before I attempt to tell them what to do.
Great chatting with you, Travis. We certainly appreciate the time and look forward to covering the Wolves this fall at Rim Park. Safe travels east, and we will see you soon.
Thank you, Darren.
For more highlights, visit our website, 519sportsonline.ca. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.